Heyo, it's Marco Catania representing Charles III University with yet another study aid for the subject ITI 597, the subject that covers more service management. Hey, in today's topic, we're going to take a closer look at the objectives for the process incident management. So incident management's objectives. Yeah, incidents. An incident is an unplanned interruption. It's an unplanned interruption to an IT service or reduction in the quality of that service. For example, you may have an application error on your screen. Well, that's an incident. Or you've got a slower response time than normal. Well, that's also an incident. Failure of a configuration item, a CI, that has not yet impacted the service is also seen or regarded as an incident. So a backup that fails in the evening hours, of course it's going to impact on the business the next morning. So that's an incident. A redundant network link is down. Well, if the other ones are still up and running, well, this one is still down, and that should not happen. That is also an incident. So welcome to the wonderful world of incident management. Welcome to the wonderful world of incidents, and incidents. Yeah, incident management, the goal. The goal for the process incident management is to restore normal service as quickly as possible. It's all about restoring normal services as quickly as possible, and minimize, therefore, the adverse impact on business operations, thus ensuring that the best possible levels of service and also the best possible levels of availability are actually maintained. So what is normal service then? Well, normal service is defined here as service operation within service level agreement limits. Okay, so it's all about operating within SLA limits. So what is the purpose of incident management? Well, actually, ITIL doesn't mention a purpose for this process in the service operation volume. So, hey, this doesn't mean it doesn't have one, okay? So here's my own purpose. The purpose is absolutely to restore continuity of services. Okay, to restore the continuity of services when this affects or may affect the business by doing roughly two things. First of all, if something doesn't work anymore, you will try to give it at least a workaround. So give it a workaround, a quick fix, a quick and dirty fix to restore the service, or even better, to provide a solution to restore the service. So it's all about, really, incident management is all about getting the user back on track as quickly, as soon as possible. It's all about restoring continuity to the business. Okay, incident management, the objectives. What are the objectives for the process incident management? Again, ITIL doesn't really mention any objectives for this process in the service operation volume. Again, it doesn't mean it doesn't have any objectives, okay? So here are my own objectives. It says here to provide incident workarounds or incident solutions that do a couple of things. First of all, that restore the service to the user or users and or the customer or customers. Secondly, to ensure this is done in a manner that is satisfactory to the users and or customers. And last but not least, you want to make sure it's all done in accordance with SLA targets and SLA limits. So some objectives for the process incident management, although again the ITIL volume doesn't actually mention any. Yeah, just so you know, reboot, yeah. Hey, incident management is all about speed, yeah. Lost time often equals lost money or lost opportunities. And in most situations, a quick and dirty fix will get the user back in business or get the user back on track. How? Well, often you reboot a workstation, or you close or reopen your application, or maybe sometimes even reinstalling an application may actually solve the incident. So also incident management is the known error databases biggest customer. Incident management is the known error databases biggest customer. Well, at least it should be. And the known error database actually contains all these workarounds and solutions that incident management then should be able to apply to these incidents. You muskie, practice what you preach. Yeah, it's all about understanding, of course, the objectives for the incident management process. Hey, see if you can find the 5 most commonly occurring incidents in your organization, and see if you can also trace the workarounds or solutions for these incidents. I've got a couple of examples here, I don't know, printer issues, logon issues, email issues, web connectivity issues, monitor and video issues, access issues like access to files or applications, mobile device issues, like issues with your mobile phones or your laptops or your iPhones. And like, you've probably seen this one, like, oh, my workstation is frozen, issues or like incidents. So what's like the top 5 in your organization and how do you deal with those? Okay, hey, have fun with this exercise.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
It's a simple question. Hey, which one of the following most accurately describes the goal for incident management? Answer A, to find permanent solutions for all the problems. Answer B, to restore services as quickly as possible. Answer C, to deal with all service requests and changes. And answer D, to release new services into the live environment. I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about the answer, and as usual, we move on. So what's the answer? Of course, the answer is like to restore services as quickly as possible, or at least within like SLA limits. Yeah, in the next topic, we're going to look at like some of the basic concepts for the incident management process, all part of the service operation volume and all part of ITIL, of course. Hey, until then, live long and prosper. Nano, nano. And as always, I'll be back.